I've broken up the different sections for you guys. So basically, I'm going to first explain the no swap, how no swapping mechanism can save you quite a bit of money. And there's some research backing this, number one. Now, the no swap technology is very simple, guys. For example, if you're in Uniswap or Aerodrome or PancakeSwap yourself, you know, once you come out of range, like this is a 4% range, you got to go and you got to swap your tokens. Well, you're going to pay fees. And you're like, well, you know, yeah, I paid the fees and you know, but the fees, you don't realize how expensive it is. And I'm actually going to show you this position between swapping to Sol and ETH. I paid about $10 in fees for $2,500. And I was like, this is insanity, because every time you swap gets very expensive. And then I came to that realization, because a lot of times we don't look at this fees. So I went and I asked my handy dandy little AI, I'm like, hey, what is it that I would have to pay? And this is the savings. This is the true savings of when you're using a system like MaxFi with Snuggle rebalancing, especially on large accounts of like 10,000. I have probably about $50,000 in the system, but imagine if I had to pay swap fees. And this is where the savings and the compounding comes in. Now, you could be in some pools that are not as highly, like, you know, like the fees and price impacts might not be as high, but the constant rebalancing starts to add up. And that's the point. You're saving all of this because now you can take that $1,000 and reinvest it and recompound it. The no swap technology is absolutely revolutionary for rebalancing, for LP farming. You're not doing this, you're giving away your money. That's just facts. Not only are you giving away money, you're giving away money you could compound. So people are like, well, I don't understand how I'm earning so much more on MaxFi than I'm earning on other systems, or when I'm doing it manually on Uniswap or Aerodrome or PancakeSwap. This is why. If you go an entire year forward, the savings are astronomical. So let's talk about the rebalance, okay? I want to go to some, this is Alex, our dev. This is the genius that built MaxFi with Snuggle rebalancing. I wanted to go over this with you, what he said, so you guys fully understand it. And he actually broke it down here so beautifully in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, please come over. You can ask Alex. His name is Yabonks in there. You can ask him directly. He will answer your questions. So when he can, he's busy, but he will answer them. So somebody was asking him some questions about the time delay. These answers hopefully can help a lot of people. So here we go. I want to make some more videos specifically about how the rebalance delay works and how being out of range is actually a good thing in a lot of situations. Many people think they need to be in range 100% of the time, but that's how they take on more impermanent loss than they need to. So you want to understand something very important. The time delay means 8 hours has to pass, or 4 hours, whatever it is, before it comes one tick next to, or this side or this side, the range, so that it can come back in range. Being out of range is a benefit and a feature of the system based on advanced LP strategy and years of experience built into the tool. The rebalance delay completely avoids rebalancing on huge price wicks and divergences that just retrace in a few hours or a day or two. And actually, I made a post a couple days ago. My Sol ETH position, as you can see, almost all of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, I'd say 60 or 70% of them went out of range. Did I panic? No. It was cool. I just chilled. All right, and do anything. Within about 2 hours, 3 hours, all of them came back into range because Sol had a little mini pump and then came back. Well, guess what another system would have done? Or if you were doing it manually on Uniswap, you would have seen your Uniswap out of range, you would have swapped it, you would have paid a bunch of swap fees, and then you would have been back in range. And that's actually what happens on other systems. They basically goes out of range, they swap for you immediately. We didn't get any impermanent loss. Nothing. Nothing. We're beautiful. They, on the other hand, just took a huge, huge hit, both when it pumped and when it dropped. The time delay is there to save you. Okay, let's continue. And he's programmed this into the system using AI and other mechanisms that you guys can't believe how lucky people are to use this right now, especially this early. This is by design, and this is how it works for a reason. Over the long term, this is far more profitable in this situation. Absolutely huge. What is also making Agent Max absolutely a game changer? It's absolute revolution. This is what Agent Max is taking into consideration. The data that Agent Max looks at and that we're going to have access to, and we already do, by the way, I'm going to show you in a minute, is absolutely revolutionary. What's built on top of it is an intelligence layer no one else has. It only works on a Snuggle rebalancing system that has time delays and no swap technology. No one else can duplicate these results and earn as much as we do. So people who are doing this early are going to have an enormous advantage in the next 6 months, especially in the next year, because they're doing this early. They're earning these fees early. It's absolutely imperative you guys understand this stuff. This means for every $1 of impermanent loss incurred, think about it, for every $1 incurred, you earned $3.38 or $3.87 of additional SOL and ETH. This is massive accumulation. That is why we call the SOL ETH pair an accumulator. This is how you earn money. This is where you get your own printing press. This is where we came up with the concept of accumulating and printing money. This is literally printing money, okay? And with the compounding involved, the positions can grow quickly, far offsetting any impermanent loss incurred on the principal while stacking large amounts of ETH, SOL, Aero, or Cake in your wallet. You're going to have a 20% impermanent loss, and you're going to get a 2.34 cover. So you see, you can do the math. Do I want a 20%, a 19.46% with a 2.34 cover, or do I want to go a little bit more conservative? I'm still earning great fees, 138 versus 132. And this is where intelligence matters. This intelligence layer nobody else has. Everyone else is either going too high or too low. They're going either too wide or they're going too tight without understanding these things. This is where someone like Alex, the dev, our genius dev, has fixed the situation. He's changing LP farming for everybody. Okay? And a lot of people are making money on MaxFi. They're going to be even bigger once everyone starts to understand how to use it better. We're not even there yet. We're getting there. We have some of the first glimpses of it, but this is going to become the standard within the next couple months. Okay? So basically, when you look at this number, you're getting a 3.38 cover with 132%. And then if you go conservative, which is 40% wide, you get no impermanent loss. That's why it's saying it's a 50% cover, which 50x cover, because there is no impermanent loss. But if you go 40% wide, you have to understand you will probably never rebalance with SOL and ETH. You also won't make that much. And it's saying your total fees will be 31%. Now, if I want to go in SOL and ETH and earn 31%, is that worth it on a 40% wide? Hell yeah, that's worth it. You're getting all the upside and you're making 30% versus if you staked ETH, you're making 3%. You're making 10x that with no impermanent loss. So this is data that's absolutely gold. Okay. So this information, guys, this is gold. This is absolute gold. Okay. So you can start to understand how these systems work on a deeper level, what Agent Max is analyzing, and it can do these things at a much higher level than we can. So I hope that explains to you guys how important it is. And then time delays. Look at the time delays here, by the way. 22 hours, 5 hours, 58 hours on the conservative, 4 hours. This one has a 94 hours on the aggressive, 47 hours, 2 hours, 14 hours. And these are being updated all the time, every couple of weeks. They'll be updated. And this is going to be the power of Agent Max. It's going to be updating its portfolio and updating these data points. And it's going to be able to do things that we just won't be able to do. This is the power of this stuff. So let's go to Agent Max's picks because we just changed something in the system. And then you can also see, by the way, so some of my SOL is earning over 100% and my newer ones are not. My newer ones are like 70%, even though they started over 100%. So, you can kind of see, like this one's at 46, but my older one's at over 132. So what you're going to see over time is fluctuation, but I know over time, I'm going to probably be earning, this is my 48 one. I think over time, I'm going to be earning over 130%. It'll go through its ups and downs. So you got to understand that also. So if you're in wrapped ETH and you just open it up and you're earning 63%, don't worry about it. Give it some time. Over time, you'll go ups and downs. The volume will come back up. We're kind of still in a bear market. I think we're going to go well over 130%. And I just wanted to point this out to you guys. The reason I'm in the wrapped ETH SOL pool is, yes, I get the upside. But even if it stays flat, I'm going to turn 14,000 to 29,000 in 1 year. In 2 years, it's going to be 60,000. So would you rather earn nothing or would you rather earn something? That's what you want to think about, number one. Number two, if it just does a double, I'm going to turn my 14,000 to 58,000 in 1 year or 120,000 in 2 years by compounding my rewards. And that is only earning 75%. And you can see some of my older ones, I'm earning almost double that rate. That's the thing. We're being conservative in our numbers. And as you can see, if they both do a triple in the bull run in 2 years, instead of having what, 45 grand, I'm going to have $180,000 as long as I take my rewards and I compound them. And that only means I'm compounding them in ETH and SOL pairs. That doesn't mean I can't take it and go Arrow BTC, which is paying like 400 or 500% right now, which is crazy. Or other pairs. They're selling like half of it, putting it half in BTC and half in Arrow every like $500 or $1,000 they get in rewards. And they're compounding that instead because the rewards rate is higher. So I didn't even count that. Those people are earning even more. I'm being conservative in saying 75% and you compound the rewards. So this is what I'm gunning for. I have over $20,000 now in this particular pool. My goal is, honestly, in 2 years, I think both SOL and ETH are going to do a 3x. I'm going to explain the 4-year cycle to you guys. And if they do that, well, I'm well over 200 grand off of an investment that I should have only made $43,000 for. And that's why you LP farm. And that's the same thing, even if you do the more conservative strategy, which is 40% wide, well, you're still making over those couple years, well, you're still making an extra $60,000, for example. You're still making a 60%. I mean, you're making huge amounts of money still, more than you will staking. This is why LP farming is actually very important for people with large holdings, because your holdings aren't really giving you a return. This is a way to increase your return, but not necessarily increase your risk as much as, for example, day trading and things of that nature, which most people are now just losing their asses on. So anyway, guys, that is that. And let's talk about Agent Max real quick. So you can see all these. Now it says Agent Max picks. You see these 1% pools? Nobody can come in these pools. People are losing their ass getting rebalanced in these pools. 1% pool means you pay 1% minimum fee. There's a whole bunch of other fees too. So people are paying like 1.2, 1.3% to just be in these pools for every rebalance and swap. Guess what? We don't. This is what we've done now. If you're on moderate, this is giving you Agent Max's setting now. That's why you see 64 hours. So Agent Max is saying on moderate, you want to be at 12% and 64%. So now these are in the model. Don't mess with it. It knows better than you. You might think you know more than Agent Max, but you don't. It looks through millions of data points. On aggressive, it says go 2%, but 138%. 138 hour delay. Sounds crazy. It's like a couple of days because it's noticed, well, when it goes out of range for a couple of days, well, it'll come back. Okay. It's already noticed this. It's noticed a trend. It's helping you identify the trends that you don't even know. It's helping saving you. That's what it's doing. Now, when you go conservative, it's moving to a 10-hour delay on a 40%. Okay. This is the power of MaxFi that we're bringing to you guys. Okay, so let's go to a different pool. Let's just do, you want to go ETH BTC. I'm actually very curious to see what it does on that. On a conservative range, sorry, where is it? Conservative range. Okay, 19.7% with a 138-hour delay. On a moderate, it's doing 2%. Wow, 2%. I wouldn't have thought. That is crazy. With a 78-hour delay. Wow, that is aggressive. So this is going to be hella fees at 0.2% with a 93-hour delay. Now keep in mind, they've got the covers figured out, how much it covers. So they've already worked out this is going to be positive. You will make money. So you will make money over if you have $100,000 in here and you lose $1,000 to impermanent loss, you will not only cover the impermanent loss, you will overcover for it. So the covers are already taken into account. What I would like them to do eventually is maybe to put the cover data here so we can actually look at it and say, oh, I'm going to cover this by 2.5x or 5.2x or 3.2x. That would be absolutely cool too, Alex. Sorry. I'm like thinking about stuff like this, on the fly, it just shows you how powerful it is. And let's say virtual, you want to go to virtuals. Let's say you want to do moderate. Moderate is 28.4. Wow, it's really high. Conservative is going to put you at 40 with an 11-hour delay. And aggressive is going to put you at 1.5 with a 119-hour delay. So this is the data points that Agent Max is going to be in all of these with the cover. And I mean, this is why I'm so bullish on Agent Max, because imagine being able to earn on your principal. Most LP farmers don't know how to do that. Well, we have data points that can help us do that. We can earn on the principal, increase the principal, and earn a yield. That is